In today's video, I'll be sharing with you this very powerful spiritual principle, which if you can apply into your own manifestation journey, you'll be able to succeed with a lot of ease. And this principle that I'm talking about comes from the book of Kyballion, or the 7 Hermetic Principles, and it's called the Law of Polarity. This principle has been used by some of the most successful people in the history, including people like Isaac Newton, and even Neville Goddard was a huge reader of Hermeticism, and he used to talk about this in his lecture as well as his books. And applying this particular principle, the law of polarity, into my own manifestation journey has made my life so much easier and effortless. That's why I was very keen to share this with you today. So if you're interested in learning about this, stay tuned and let's get started. Welcome back, manifesting champs. My name is Rav Zitola. I'm a manifesting coach, and if you want to take advantage of the Black Friday sale, my course Manifestation Accelerator is there for 50% off. So the topic that we're talking about today is called the Law of Polarity, that comes from the 7 Hermetic Principles and the book of Kyballion. And this is a concept that may seem very basic at the surface, but if we look at it from a deeper perspective, it's very universal and it can be applied directly into your manifestation journey. And the text that is in the book also wants you to utilize this principle in order to advance your life so that you can get better results. So let me take you to my computer screen so we can read out a few lines from the text itself. Then I'm going to elaborate more on how you can utilize this principle into your own journey. Sounds good? Okay, here we go. The principle of polarity. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet. All truths are but half-truths. All paradoxes may be reconciled. I know it sounds a little bit cliche and a little bit like a jargon, but stay with me on this. I promise you it's gonna make sense here in a second. To illustrate heat and cold, although opposites are really the same thing, the differences consisting merely of degrees of the same thing. Look at your thermometer and see if you can discover where heat terminates and cold begins. There is no such thing as absolute heat or absolute cold. The two terms heat and cold simply indicate varying degrees of the same thing. And that same thing which manifests as heat and cold is merely a form of variety and rate of vibration. To make it more relatable to journey, let's say that you're trying to manifest a specific amount of money, but right now you feel like until you have that money you don't feel complete. But what's happening is you're thinking that it's almost like two different things, you not having money and you having the money, but it's actually the part of the same thing and it's on the same spectrum. Taking these two pens for example, most people think that having their goal means that it's completely outside of yourself and it's completely different thing, and they try to get towards here, but it feels like they can never reach it because it's a complete separate thing. But what's happening is you not having money is probably just the bottom part of your manifestation journey, and you getting to your goal is the top part of it. The only difference is the rate of vibration. So if you want to manifest what you want, what you simply have to do is change the vibrational level. And to change the vibration level, all you have to do is feel and imagine that you already have that what you want. And that's where Neville Goddard's teaching comes in really handy, where you start imagining your future goals and going after exactly what you want, right? When you're going desperately after your goals, it may feel like you're really striving to get it, but what's actually happening is you're actually resisting your current state. And when you're resisting something, you're creating more of it. So in order to clear that resistance, all you have to simply do is accept your current state. Not so that you'll get stuck on it, but knowing that you'll be able to change your vibration once you start tuning into that goal that you have in your mind. Once you start imagining, once you start feeling as if you've already had that, that's when you start changing your own vibration. I mean, you may have felt that in your own life, right? When you are completely feeling secure, relaxed, that's when your vibration level is very high. And that's when you start manifesting great things into your life. But when you are feeling low and down, that's when you are really focusing on the negative circumstances in your life. Let's say that you are in a dark room and you want there to be light in that room. But you can't get rid of the darkness by simply saying, I want to get rid of this. You have to start opening up the curtains and let in the light, and that's when the light fills into the room. Also, understanding this can eliminate a lot of conditions that we put on before we start feeling happier in our own manifestation journey or manifesting the thing itself. So what I mean by that is some people may have these beliefs that they can't attract more wealth because they're simply not that attractive. And some people might have beliefs such as, until I have this new car or this new thing that's trendy out there, I can't be in a relationship. And this is very, very subconscious beliefs that sometimes even the clients don't know that these things are not the part of the same polarity. People are not rich simply because they're tuned into the vibration of being poor. People are not feeling attractive because they're tuned into the vibration of feeling unattractive all the time, just feeling unworthy all the time. And because of this same kind of thinking, they're trying to relate these two things which are not actually true in reality, but in their mind it's so true that they feel like, because I don't have this, I can't get this thing that I want. Because I'm not attractive, I can't have this money in my life, right? And this is a conception that holds a lot of people back. And in the same book, The 7 Hermetic Principle, you'll also find a section called the mental transmutation, which basically is talking about transmuting from one state to the another, but in the same plane, okay? When you are in the same plane, if you're trying to manifest, for example, love into your life, you have to simply look at what you're focusing on right now. That is lovelessness. That is feeling unworthy of having love. And once you start accepting your current state, you'll be able to slide through the scale and get to where you exactly want. Now, this may seem a little familiar to some of you who have already enrolled in my course, The Manifestation Accelerator, but I talked about this in depth in the course, which I call the scale of possibilities. And this essentially follows the same principle of the law of polarity. And in the scale of possibilities, as you can see on the one side of the scale, you have this belief where you think that it's impossible to have what you want. But on the other side of the spectrum of the same scale, you have this belief of absolutely having what you want. And using this scale, I've been essentially coaching my clients and letting them know how they can shift their beliefs from thinking that I can't have what I want to, going through these different levels and going eventually to this place where they think that it's really possible and easy for them to have what they want, because anything is possible in the world of manifesting. And it simply comes down to changing the way you feel, the way you think about what you want. And you do this gradually by doing a lot of exercises, reflecting on your own thoughts, by doing mental diets. But once you start paying attention to your own thoughts and then shifting into the direction of what you want it to be like, what you want to focus on, that's when the magic starts to happen. So to conclude, what I wanted to say is you are already on this journey of getting what you want. All you have to do is keep focusing on where you want to go and stop paying attention to all the problems, all the struggles, and all the external things that's holding you back. Just give more attention to your vision, your imagination. And you can follow all the different techniques that I've shared in this channel, including the visualizations, the affirmations. But also, if you need any additional guidance, you can definitely enroll in the course, the program, the Manifestation Accelerator, which is going to teach you how to exactly change your focus, change your thought patterns, your emotional system, and get to where you want with more ease. So to enroll in the Black Friday special offer, you can find the link down below. And with that being said, guys, I want to wish you all the very best. Happy manifesting. Goodbye and namaste.